Hello everyone, welcome to another RJ Graphics tutorial on Squarespace editing. This is designed for my clients to be able to maintain their own websites. Okay, you should be logged into your page. This is just a typical page that I'm using on screen. It may not be the one that you're accustomed to seeing, of course. But you should be able to see this little arrow up in the left corner. That's a toggle that will enable you to go from your front end, which is what your customers are used to seeing and what you would normally see, to the back end where you can actually make changes, edits to your page. Now we want to go over some of these. Some of these menus may look different depending on the template I use for your site. This particular one starts off with pages, design, commerce, donations, analytics, comments, settings, and help. Alright, let's start with help. If you can't get a hold of me and you have a question or something's wrong, by all means choose this button. Squarespace is fantastic about answering questions, helping you. They've got all kinds of videos. If you click on this link, it'll open up a new page. It'll prompt you for a search. You can type in a word and it'll find topics that have somebody's already asked the question that you're having a problem with. And if not, you can email them or chat with them live. So don't be afraid to use that. Settings. You really don't need to adjust these settings unless there is a change in your billing information. In other words, your credit card number changed. This is where you would go. Permissions, if you wanted to add an author, like say you hired a person who's a guru at web design and so you want to make them your administrator, this is where you would add them. Your business information, if you had a change in an address or your phone number, that's where you would go. This other stuff, SEO, marketing, you don't want to mess with those settings because that's how people find you when they do searches with Google. So please don't play with that unless you just absolutely have to. Analytics gives you statistics, how many people are looking at your site, when they're looking. So there's different sources over here that you can check out, and to kind of gives you an idea what's working and what's not. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good. It gives you a log of who's looking and when, and what page they looked at. So that's kind of good. Alright, donations I'm not going to talk about. That would be for a non-profit organization or something if you were set up. If you're set up for a store, commerce is another page that we could talk about. But in this tutorial we're not going to go into that. Design, that's what I did for you. You don't want to go in there and make changes. It's going to change the whole look of your page. In other words, the color, the style, the fonts, where everything's located. This is where you would do that. So unless you really feel comfortable, I would stay out of there. Pages, that's where you're going to do your work. That's where you're going to make updates, corrections, changes, add new pictures, whatever. And you do that, I would suggest you do that by clicking on these pages directly. It's just a lot less clutter. In other words, I can go over here and make edits, but if I try to navigate from here, which you can, you see it gets kind of messy because I can't seem to, when I try to go over home, I get the banner to edit this this form. So if you want to go to home, just click home, and then now you're in the home page to edit. Alright, so let's say this is an edit we want to do. So we go yes. Now this is a gallery. It's a slideshow gallery. So even though I clicked edit, I can't edit the gallery until I actually go to the gallery and edit. So let's do that. Now this will pop up a window that shows every photo that is in the gallery. So you can rearrange, move things around. If you don't like the way it's set up, you can add a new image. You can delete an existing image. If you would want to delete an image, you just hover over it until you see the little trash can light up, and click the trash can, and boom, it's gone. And just be careful, because once it's gone, it's gone. Of course, you can cancel out of this, and it should repopulate. But that's where you do this. All right, if you want to upload an image, let's say, okay, we're going to add something. So you just click on that, and I need to be somewhere here. So let's say we wanted to add a picture of a bathroom. We could do that. Once we add it, it's searching for it, it's found it, and it's going to populate it. Once I hit apply, it's actually going to portray out here on the web live. So be careful what you put here, because as soon as you hit apply, it's actually going. So I'm going to delete that, because I don't necessarily want that on there now, and just cancel out of that. Okay, so what if you wanted to make changes to the text? Click edit, go to the area where the text is that you want to change. Let's say I want to add a whole new paragraph. You just click in there with your cursor, and I've got some here that I had copied, and you just paste it in or type it in if you want. It works just like a word processor. So don't worry about it has spell check and all that stuff. This is Latin, so that's why it doesn't look like English. So we're going to cancel that. We don't want to save that. That's as easy as it gets. Not really rocket science. Squarespace has made it so easy for people to maintain this stuff. So let's go to the contact page. Same thing. The only difference here is we got a form. And forms are kind of like the gallery. You're going to say edit. Okay. But I'm still not in the form, because when I roll over this, I'm seeing another highlight that says edit. So once you get to here, click form edit. It's going to pull up another window. Takes it a minute. My web is slow, especially today, seems like. So you could add or take away some of these areas. The ones with the star, the asterisk, those are required fields. You want that because in order to contact them, you have to know their email address. You for sure want to know what their question is, and you should want to know what their name is. Now, I did not require a phone number, so if they don't want to put that in, they don't have to. You could add a field. There's all kinds of fields here. You can add buttons, text areas, check boxes. You could put a calendar in here. Lots of different things you can do. So we don't want any of those. Cancel out of that. But that's how you would edit a form. Alright, let's go to the About page. Same thing. If you've got an image that you think is out of date, or you've got something more current, just go to Edit. Click on the image that you want to change, and you can remove it and add a new one. Simple as that. So you just remove it there, boom, it's gone. As soon as you remove it, it's gone. But I better not remove that. So we're going to cancel out of this and see, as soon as you cancel, it comes back. It's not really gone. All right, let's talk about a bit about buttons. We're going to edit again. Again, roll down to the button. When you see that little pop-up, go to edit. This is the text that shows up on the button. If you don't like what this says, this is where you change it. If you don't like where the button is taking you, you go here. Now I've got it set to go to the contact page, and so we're going to leave that there. But if you wanted it to go somewhere else, or to a total, you could have it go to a total different web page if you wanted. And you can choose the size. You could make it bigger or smaller or mid-size. So let's cancel that. We don't want to save that for sure. Okay. I hope that helps you with your editing. If you have questions, by all means, give me a call or contact me through Facebook or my webpage. And I hope you have good success with your business. And thanks for watching. Please visit my website, rjgraphics.net. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you soon. Take care.